So, it's that time of the year again. BeamNG Drive update coverage. The time of the year where I don't get to sleep. Very nice. Anyways, this is BeamNG Drive 0.23, and in this video we're going to be checking out Gridmap v2. So in my first impressions video, we briefly explored the new Gridmap. I'm trying so hard not to talk about the widget now. But this time, I did my research, I know what to say, so it's going to be interesting. First of all, I'm going to be talking about the new features of the revamped Gridmap. Then we're going to be driving around with different cars and testing all the new stuff. And finally, I'll give you my opinion on this very nice map. Anyways, enough talking, let's begin with the new features. So, Gridmap v2 has a brand new visual style. It now looks more real, if it makes sense. The tiles on the floor are made out of concrete, the textures are very detailed, and I don't know, it looks very industrial. I really like it. And alongside the new visual style, which by the way still does remain kind of faithful to the original one, we do have a massive departure from the layout. Gridmap v2 has a much better layout than the original one, and to be fair, I don't even think the original Gridmap actually had a layout, you know. It was mostly random stuff, placed wherever there was space. But in the new version, well, it's a completely different story. The map is divided into 11 different zones, each one with a designated purpose. For example, you have the off-road zone, the cornering zone, the suspension zone. Anyways, you get the point, we're gonna check them out very soon. But outside these zones, you also have random structures. Like, what the fuck are those? These are the questions humanity will never get an answer to. And finally, as a result of all these new structures and the better organization of stuff, the built area of Gridmap is 4 times larger than its predecessor. And yes, don't worry, you still have the infinite planes. So these were the main features of the new Gridmap, but now we'll go more in depth. We're going to be going through each of the 11 zones, each time with a different car, to see what they're all about. So we're here in Gridmap v2, and we're walking. But there's a problem, how do we get from one zone to another? Because if I were to walk over there, it would take me a lot. Well, we got a pigeon. So this isn't your ordinary pigeon. Just realized this is the wrong side of the car, fuck. Anyways, this is not your ordinary pigeon. Why, you may ask? Well, it has maxed out internals. And it shakes. Bruh. Anyways, the first zone we'll be looking at is terrain types. And the car we'll be using is the Bishu Widgeon. So, terrain types is a zone dedicated to testing your vehicle on different terrains. So there's 9 different terrain types. Is this snow? And it looks good with the new PBR materials. Anyways, you have 9 different terrain types, which are dirt, snow, grass, mud, sand, rocks, asphalt, I guess, the thing that us Italians call pavé, and water. And then you also have this little mountain thing with a ramp at the end to test your vehicles on various terrains with various levels of incline. As you can see, there are numbers on the side of the road indicating the degrees of the incline. Shit. And that's pretty much it for terrain types. Damn, I time I'm breaking wrong here. Anyways, it is now time to move on to the second zone. Destruction. And for this zone, I'm going to be using a car which I truly despise. The ETK 800 series. This is how much I hate it. So the destruction zone is dedicated to, well, this zone offers a great variety of different crash types, and these follow paths which are neatly outlined with red markings. Ayo, did I just flip the front bumper? Nice. But you also have other stuff. As you can see, there's many different structures dedicated to abusing your car. The biggest of which, hello pigeon, is that thing. So we're gonna attempt to drive on this boy. Very nice. Oh, and you also have massive ramps. Time for a nice yeet. Can I land it? Anyways, I honestly was not in control of the car. Alright, time to move on to the third zone, which is rivers. So to test rivers, we're going to be using an Ibishu hopper with a snorkel. What rivers gives you is 3 different rivers with varying amounts of depth and also water speed, which as you can see moves our car. Anyways, this is great for testing your car's river crossing capabilities, and the hopper did great. I mean, come on, this time I wasn't looking. So it's time for the 4th zone. Half pipes. And the car I'll be using is the Solid Wendover. Man, not gonna lie, pigeon looking kinda thick though. We're gonna start off with this thing. So I don't really know what you could use this zone for, other than having fun. Or raging. Alright, time to enter speedrunner mode. Alright, so we now have the rally version, which may work a bit better for this. And I want to try some of these massive ramps. How do we land on a pigeon? No, like for real. This doesn't even make sense. Anyways, it is time for the drag strip. But wait, what car do we race? I'm gonna ask the Skygang Discord server. The server has spoken. What the fuck is it doing? Well, we on the other hand are gonna be using the pigeon. Come on! Come on, pigeon! Oh, I see him there. Yes! The only problem is there's no runoff zone. Guys, I swear, it wasn't my fault. My control disconnected. It is now time to check out probably the most iconic zone of them all. The suspension zone. And I'm very glad to report that the improvements are massive. So you might be wondering, what car are we going to use this time? The rental car. So let me just park the pigeon in the shade. So the suspension zone is pretty straightforward. You're going to use it to test suspension. So you have a nice simulated curb environment with buildings. And you also have a bunch of irregular pads scattered around the perimeter. You also have Italy Simulator. But my favorite thing by far is yet again all the different tests divided by the markings, which this time are yellow. Some of them are smooth, some of them not so much, and others are Italian. And for some reason, there's this. Anyways, let's get back to the pigeon. Trying to be cool. Bruh, traction control stopped me. Seriously, not my fault. And it is now time for the off-road zone. So, the vehicle we'll be using is the D-Series Pig Edition, which is also known as the Car Mighty Edition. Anyways, this time I'm gonna park up here. Good enough. So now we're going to be sure that the pigeon remains safe. As for us, it's time for some off-roading. So this zone is dedicated to, well, testing your off-road cars, and it features structures such as sussy bulls. So as expected, you have different types of terrain to go off-road. And yes, this is fun. Unless you're me. You also have some climbing challenges, but I think we're gonna do it like the Arabs. Sheesh. But then you also have some more technical stuff, I think. Rather, it's more playgroundy. Hello, pigeon. Man, these sussy balls. Just look at them. How? How was I supposed... Anyways, let's try this one. And they say being a YouTuber isn't stressful. Well, luckily, I have channel members. These are the supporting boys. Thank you very much, guys. So if you want to become a channel member, man, I don't mind it. So again, thank you. So as you can see, we have made it on top. I think I was in the wrong gear. Anyways, holy shit. Did I just do that? Time to post it on the BeamNG set. No, just kidding. Time to go back to the pigeon. I'm gonna brake here, look at that. Very nice. It is now safe. Wait, did someone break into a pigeon? Why? I mean, this wasn't my fault, right? I kinda was, I left it here, shouldn't have. Anyways, let's... It is now time for the city zone. And this time, I'm gonna use the Rally Sunburst. It is time for an epic montage. We actually don't need the lights. So this zone is meant to simulate an urban environment. And right now, I think we're supposed to be in like a parking garage or something. Very nice. But anyways, we have reached the rooftop. Nice. Right, let's jump across. So I'm gonna go back. Anyways, I'm now reversing in the parking lot. I don't know how to explain it, but my throttle, I don't know, it got sticky. I mean, not my fault, alright? Now for the most intimidating zone, the sky curves. So for this zone, nice jump by the way, we're gonna be using the Civetta Bolide. Wait, I'm sorry Italian viewers, la Civetta Bolide. Nice. No, shit, I just realized we've already broken the pigeon. Again. Anyways, time for a proper montage now. Shit. This is terrifying, not gonna lie. Did I just drift on a sky curb? I mean, that was good enough actually. First try by the way. Alright, second to last zone is the Walls of Death. Bruh, I honestly didn't see this coming. I set up the camera to show you the tall boy and I didn't see this hole. Anyways, we're gonna have to get out of here somehow. I think I'm gonna have to call air support.
Buongiorno Muie, la tua auto bello piccolina del cazzo è in arrivo. Ci terrei a precisare che solamente un rimbambito come te riesce a finire in un pozzo di oltre 50 metri di diametro in pieno giorno, e che questo ti rende una vera e propria testa di minchia. Grazie, e arrivederci.
Bruh. Anyways, I magically rebuilt it, just like in that one Grand Tour episode. And now it is time to get out of the hole. So this is the technique, you just spin, but in first person. This is truly disorienting. Like, look at this. Bruh. But now it's time to go inside the big boy. So I'm gonna start spinning again. There we go. Very nice. So this one is a bit harder. And now it is time for the last zone, handling. Anyways, this is a zone you'd use to test your car's handling, but also some more practical stuff, such as parking. And the car we'll be using is debatably the best handling car in BeamNG, the Bishu Pigeon, the 3-wheeled one. Anyways, I'm gonna park here. There you go. And yes, let's start handling. So in the middle of this zone you have this nice circle of asphalt that you could, I don't know, drift in or test your cornering radius. Anyways, you also have a little circuit, which I don't have the balls to test. Pigeon moment. And then you have these little strips. I think these are for like slalom or something. I don't know. And finally, you have the water test at 3 different levels of incline. Anyways, let's get back to our pigeon. Wait, where is it? Did I like park it here? No way they took it out because I parked on the line. Bruh. The mirror fell off while they were taking it away. Ah, fuck.